As usual, welcome to Our Parks Live. Thank you so much for turning up to Tone Up. My name is Aneequa. I teach Pilates for Our Parks. Some of you have done my class before. For those who haven't, just a little bit about Pilates. It's a really nice stretch for lengthening and strengthening. Some of the stretches are gentle. Some of them stretches will push you a little bit. We'll have different levels, go to your own sort of ability. Really, really nice way to start off the week, get a good stretch, good for tummy muscles, getting nice and toned up, good if you've got lower back injuries. And we start off with an alignment check, warm up, main stretches on the mat, and a nice cool down. And then I will set you all free. Okay, so let's get started. As usual for Pilates, we're going to start off in our alignment, which means our feet are hip distance apart. The toes facing forward, feet hip distance. Soft knees, when I say that, I mean they've got a slight bend. Hips facing forward. So if there was an arrow on each one of your hip bones, it will be pointing directly at me. Tuck the belly into the spine. Pelvis in neutral, which means if I'm going to stand in this position and I'll tilt the pelvis forward and back, I want to find somewhere in the middle, and that's where we'll be nice and comfortably. Shoulders relaxed and down, so just roll them back and down. Chin is parallel to the ground, and imagine that there's a piece of string on your head pulling you all the way to the ceiling. So you're feeling really, really nice and tall. Shoulders are level. If you can see yourself and you feel a little bit lopsided, you can just correct yourself. And over time, these changes will make a difference to your overall posture. Perfect. So we've done our alignment. Next, we'll come into the breathing. As I always say, this might be repetitive for you, for some of them who you have done my class regularly, but it's something, breathing so important in Pilates, so I do like to spend a bit of time on it, especially for the newbies. Two things, in Pilates, we inhale through the nose, we exhale through the mouth, and we breathe laterally, so not just in the chest, we're breathing to fill up the space in the back of the ribs. And I will show you how. So if you put your hands on your lower ribs, take a really, really nice deep inhale through the nose. Really imagine that you're filling up the space in the back of the ribs. Exhale through the mouth. Let's go ahead and do a couple more. Deep inhale through the nose. Exhale. Really nice. Get all that oxygen in on a Monday morning. Filling up the space in the back of the ribs. And exhale through the mouth. We're going to do two more. And you'll know that if you're breathing in the correct way, when you inhale, your fingers will start to slide apart. And as you exhale, they come back together. So we'll go again. Nice deep inhale. Fingers slowly start to move apart. Exhale, they come back together. Okay. Third thing in the alignment stage, we go through the core engagement, and then we'll put the breathing on top. Again, core engagement, core you'll hear all the time when you think about Pilates, referring to a few different things: pelvic floor, deep tummy muscles, and the muscles around the spine, just to name a few. Let's start with the pelvic floor. Hammock, so as the weird little way I describe it, imagine there's a hammock in between your legs and it's pulling all your organs up, it's pulling all your internal organs up to 100%. Release that by a third. Let's do 3 breaths with that pelvic floor engaged. So just have that nice pelvic floor feeling nice and tight. Take an inhale. Again, exhale through the mouth. This time, really try and keep those abs drawn together as you exhale. So you're not letting everything go on the exhale. We'll go again. Exhale through the mouth. Last one, keeping that up feeling. Exhale. Lifting from the center on the exhale, draw the abs together. Okay. Let's do 2 breaths with the deep tummy muscles engaged, and we're going to add the 2 together. So this time it's that belt or the corset underneath the chest on the tightest notch, pulling inwards. Let's go ahead and pull that in, and let's do 2 nice deep breaths there. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth, feeling that nice inward movement, keeping this upper chest area nice and tight now. And again, inhale. Imagine that really tight belt under the chest as you exhale, staying tight. Now we're going to do up and in. Let's do 3 breaths, and then we're going to move on. So up, in, tight powerhouse area, Let's go ahead and take 3 inhale and exhales. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth, thinking up and in. And again. This will be the last one. The inhale through the nose, really filling up the space in the back of the ribs. And as you exhale, lift from the center, draw the abs together. Perfect. That will come in handy later on when we're on the mat. Let's go ahead and go straight into our shoulder rolls. We'll do our shoulder rolls as usual, up to the ears and round, and we're going forwards first. So it's easy to think you're going to go backwards first, but we're going to go forwards. We're just going to do a few. Even this is such a lovely little stretch. Keep that posture nice and slow. Suck the belly in. Even when we're doing this, for those of you who have been doing these classes now for a while, think about up and in. Think about the posture and the core engagement even when you're doing this exercise. Now reverse backwards. Let's go ahead and reverse those shoulder rolls. Enjoy that nice mobilization. Get the shoulders warm. And as usual, straight out into the arms. Extend into the arms, small circles forward first. So we always go forward first, so that when we go back, our arms and our shoulders and everything go where they need to go. So keep the arms at shoulder height, small circles. We don't want the arms to fall. Keep them where they are. You can start to feel the muscles in the upper back start to do a bit of movement. So this exercise is for the arms and it's for the muscles of the upper back and the scapula. And then let's reverse backwards now. Stand up nice and tall, suck the belly in. Very nice. Everyone's got lovely straight arms at shoulder height. Very happy. Okay, arms are starting to hurt a little bit. Let's stretch them out. Bring one arm behind. Bring the other arm in front. And then the other arm. Bring it back. And in front. We'll do our side bend here, standing. So take an inhale. Exhale, reach down the side. Inch the fingers down the thigh. Inhale back to center. Just a nice gentle side stretch. Really, we're just waking the spine up in one way before we do a nice roll down and rotation to work it in another way. So just inhale as you come to center. Exhale, inch the fingers down the thigh. Couple more. Very nice. One more. Okay. Let's take our balance exercise. As I always say, balance is one of the first things that starts to go as we age. So it's important to work on it. Get that core engagement up and in, suck the belly in, hands on the hips. And we will, in fact, let's do a backwards balance. So hands on the hips, hinging forward from the hips. You're just folding over from the hips. And then the leg is going to come out behind, whichever leg you're starting with. Heavy supporting leg. And make sure that that leg that's coming to the back has a pointed toe, and you're keeping this nice line of the body, and you're using the core to do this exercise. So suck the belly in, hold it there, keep that lovely balance. We're not going to hold it too long. And then back up. Let's go ahead and do the other leg. So same position, suck the belly in, hinge forward from the hips. You're just folding over. And then bring that other leg behind, nice and straight with a pointed toe. Suck the belly in, heavy supporting leg, keep that balance. Monday morning, often the balance is a little bit wobbly, but you're using the core to do this exercise. Very nice, cool. Okay, perfect. From there, let's go ahead and we're going to go into our squat. We're going to do it with the hands in prayer. Feet wide, take the feet wide, toes are pointing out, hands in prayer position, so elbows are straight. We're not going to have them falling. And you're going to imagine you're sitting on a chair and getting back up. So inhale, exhale, squat, sink low, really stick the bum out. Inhale as you come up, keep the hands in prayer. Exhale, let's go again. Really keep that nice form here. If you've got bad knees, just go to really, really gentle. With this exercise, you can go to wherever feels good for you. Otherwise, go all the way down. The first ones are always the worst. And then you can get the thighs and knees nice and warm. So let's go ahead and do 2 more. And then we're going to do some squats with stepping as well. Okay. From there, we're going to just do a few, just to get the blood pumping a bit. We're going to do a squat, come up to standing, squat. So we're going up on one leg, squat, bring one knee up, squat, bring the other knee up. And when you're coming up to standing, you're standing nice and tall. So stand nice and tall, that's a good balance as well. The blood should be starting to pump a little bit. Very nice. Everyone's getting really nice and dynamic there. Cool. Let's go ahead and take a couple more on each side. Perfect. Very nice. From there, we're going to go ahead and just do an ankle rotation. One way and then the other. So you're just circling the ankle to get it nice and warm, one way and then the other. And then we're going to go straight into our roll down. So as usual, take your position to the end of the mat, back into that alignment, feet hip distance, hips forward, shoulders back and down. Take a deep inhale, exhale, tuck the chin in. Slowly roll. In your own time, folding forwards. If you've got a bad back, you can bend the knees as usual, otherwise keep them straight. Feel that hamstring stretch. Slowly roll just to halfway. Really flop the arms and head wherever feels comfortable for you. If you want to touch the mat, you can. Otherwise, just wherever feels good, hold it there. And then ever so slowly on the exhale, keep the chin tucked in. Slowly lower back to mid back, upper back, head comes up last. Enjoy this nice lengthening of the spine. This is quite a nice stretch. Let's go ahead and do the same again. Inhale, exhale, bring the chin in and slowly roll down. Really nice. Floppy arms and head. Deep exhale as you slowly keep the chin tucked, chin to chest, slowly come up and head comes up last. Everyone going in their own time. This will be the last one. When you come back to, when you come all the way down to the mat, just stay there in a crouching position and I'll show you the next exercise. So let's take this last roll down. Inhale, exhale, tuck the chin, slowly roll down. I'm going to move computer. You'll have a better view. Okay. From here, you're going to be in this kind of crouching position. And all we're going to do before we come to our sitting position on the mat is you're going to stretch out the legs a little bit and the hamstrings a little bit more. So you're on your toes in this kind of crouching position and you're just going to tuck the chin in and you're just going to straighten the legs a little and bend them, going to wherever feels good. But this gives the legs a nice little stretch. We're just going to do a few of these. Something like this every day, you can really improve your flexibility. Go ahead and do a couple more. Feel those hamstrings getting a really nice stretch. Okay, and then you can come back to sitting. So let's start in a cross-legged position. Get nice and comfortable. Sit up really nice and tall. From here, we're going to do a little head and neck stretch. So look down, slowly to one side, through the center, the other side. We're just getting head and neck nice and warm. Just a couple more. Okay. Let's do a head and shoulder. So hand on the head, the other hand on the shoulder. This time we're going to look down, take an inhale, exhale, look down, pull the head gently away from the shoulder, just getting oxygen into this space, creating space between the head and the shoulder, looking down this time. And we'll do one on the other side. Look down, gently pulling the head away from the shoulder. Okay. So let's do our nice spinal twist in this position. You can put your left hand on the right knee, the other hand behind, and then you're going to just take a look at it. So take an inhale, Exhale, turn back to have a look at that hand. Feel that nice gentle twist. And we'll do the same on the other leg. Right hand now on the left knee. Turn back to look at that hand. Feel that nice twist. And we'll do one more on each side. Last one. Okay. From there, the first exercise we're going to do is the roll up and down with straight legs. So I'm not sure if we've done this one before, but even with this one, you've got options. So let's try it. So in an ideal world, you're going to come to this kind of sitting position, sitting up nice and upright, suck the belly in, use that up and in, that core engagement. Imagine that string's pulling you nice and tall, your legs are straight. If you have an issue doing that, you can have your knees bent and sit up nice and tall like this, which might feel easier on the way down, but on the way up, it might be harder. So I'll give you the option. So either sit like this for now, or have your legs nice and straight. Arms are facing each other, palms of the hands facing each other. Suck the belly in, take an inhale, exhale, use the core muscles to slowly roll all the way down to the mat. So you're rolling all the way down, extend the arms fully and extend the legs fully. So stretch the arms behind and the legs in front. Now comes the difficult bit. You're going to bring the arms, keep the palms of the hands facing each other, keep the arms long. Use the core muscles to just roll up back to sitting. Very nice. So again, as I said, if it hurts the legs, you can roll down from this position, but you might want to roll up more from having the legs straight and then bent as you come up, because otherwise it will be hard for you. But otherwise, we're going to do a few of these, and you're really using the core to do this exercise. So you try and keep the legs as still as possible. Take an inhale, exhale slowly. Think about that up and in, that core engagement. Suck the belly into the spine. Slowly roll, fully extend. Have that nice full body stretch. Then go ahead, inhale, exhale. Use the core muscles to come back up to sitting. And remember, you've got options. If you want to do it with bent knees, you can. Another thing that helps for future reference is if you want to use a cushion, if you've got a cushion and you want to grab it and have that in your hands, that always helps because you're squeezing onto it and it really helps you to keep that form. It's not essential, but often if you have one, it can help. And you're just stretching the body, the arms behind, the legs in front, and then bring the arms back, squeeze, using those core muscles and coming back up. Let's go ahead and do one more, and then we're going to move over to the next exercise. Okay. Perfect. From there, we're going to go ahead and go into what I call the Pilates Prep. So you can roll all the way back down onto your back now. And from here, we're going to keep the knees in this bent position, feet at hip distance. Imagine a piece of string pulling your belly button all the way down to the ground. So Pilates Prep is keeping the legs where they are, coming up into a crunch position, using that core engagement, arms are straight. You're going to do 5 pulses. And then you're going to roll it all the way back down. I'll show you again. Inhale, exhale, and roll it back down. If you want to challenge yourself, go ahead and come into tabletop. So knees above the hips, feet are hip distance, toes are pointed. Same exercise. So remember, the feet are slightly higher than the knees. And roll it down. So wherever you can feel it in your core, that's where you want to be. So you can have the feet down or legs in tabletop. If you've got neck problems, you can either put a cushion underneath your head, or in fact, if you keep the head and neck down and you then put your legs in tabletop, you'll get the same effect. So you've got some options there. Let's go ahead and do a few more. I'll do it with legs in tabletop, up into that crunch using the core engagement. 5 exhales, roll it down. Inhale, exhale. Roll it down. Remember, try and keep the legs as still as possible. If you need to bring the knees in for a little quick hug, do so. Otherwise, carry on. Roll it down. Let's do 3 more. Roll it down. 2 more. Last one. Perfect. Hug the knees. Roll the knees around the chest one way and then the other. Nice lower back massage. Very nice. Okay. From there, we're going to go into toe taps just because I love this exercise. And let's just go ahead and do 8 on each leg, and then we'll move on to the next exercise. So same position, lower spine nice and flat on the mat. You don't want to be able to put your hands underneath. Legs in tabletop now. So knees are above the hips, toes are pointed, feet are above the knees. And you're going to have the palms of the hands facing down. Take an inhale, exhale, tap the toe. Back to tabletop, pause, tap the other toe. And as easy as it looks, you're really going to start to feel the effects of this one. You're going to start to feel it in that core. It might mean that you've got to extend the leg further forward or have the leg higher, wherever you need to be, where you're feeling it in the tummy. That's where I want you to be. So let's go ahead and do final 6 maybe, or 5. Keep breathing. Inhale as you're in tabletop, exhale as you tap the toe. And remember, pause. So we don't want to rush it. This is about control. So we hold it in tabletop, then we bring one leg, really precise movements. So I'll let you carry on and do your 8 as I come and make sure you're all in the right position. Very nice. Remember to keep the toes pointed as best as possible. Keep breathing. Inhale as you come back to center. Exhale as you tap the toe. And remember, keep the feet hip distance apart as well. Perfect. Very nice job, everyone. Cool. From there, we're just going to do the one leg stretch, and then we'll move over to a couple of side lying exercises. So let's go into the one leg stretch from here. Keep lying on, you can stay on your back, lower spine flat on the mat, legs in tabletop. Again, I'll give you options. Either, so you're going to just do 2 pulses as you bring the, you can keep the head down. You can do 2 pulses and exhales as you switch legs. Or ideally, you're going to come into a crunch and do the same. So one leg pulls in as the other extends nice and straight with a pointed toe. You shouldn't feel it in your head and neck. You should only feel it in your tummy. So you're kind of inhaling in between. Remember to keep in that crunch position, really feel it in the core. You can move yourself further up. You're not feeling it in the neck, only in the tummy. Keep going with that one. Just a few more. Perfect. Remember with this, we're going more straight than we are up, really. Go ahead and give me a couple more on each side. Okay, perfect. From there, let's go ahead and we're just going to do, let's just go ahead and do clamshell number 1. So come onto your side, whichever side that you're starting it in, and I'm going to take it easy for you today. We're just going to do the basic clamshell. We're going to do 8 on one side, and then we're going to switch to the other side. So get comfortable, prop yourself up and towards you, suck the belly in. You've still got this nice sort of central alignment of the body. In, hand in the back pocket. You want to feel your glute doing the work. All we're going to do is take an inhale, exhale, open the knee, close the knee. That's all we're doing. You're going to start to feel, and keep the feet together. So keep the ankles or the toes together, just opening and closing the knee, and you're going to start to feel the outer thigh and the glute doing the work. can almost feel that muscle working if you've got your hand in your back pocket here. We're just going to do our 8. So inhale and exhale as you open. Get into that nice breathing. Again, the core is engaged even with this exercise. Go ahead and do your 8. When you've done your last one, before we switch to the other side, in fact, we're going to go ahead and take our Sphinx and quad stretch. So when you're finished, come over to lie on your front. Let's take our nice Sphinx. So lying on your belly now. You've got your arms in on your, you're kind of on your forearms, hips are down, head is up, feet, the front of the feet are flat on the mat. And just take this, a few nice deep breaths here. This is a relaxing pose and it's really, really good for lower back issues. So just have the lower back extension here. Inhale, exhale, bring the head back. Breathe, enjoy that stretch before we move to the other side. Okay. In fact, if you want, do take your quad stretch here. So pull, you can have your head down, bring one leg in, feel that stretch down the front of the thigh. Couple of nice breaths. Switch legs, bring the other leg in, pull that foot in towards your bum, really feel that stretch down the front of the thigh. Okay, very nice. I can see people doing the 2 legs, which is perfect. So go ahead and switch over to the other side. Let's do 8 clamshell, opening and closing on the other leg. So bring the knees into that bent knee position, propped up. Keep the body nice and centralized. Tuck the belly in, hand in the back pocket. Let's go ahead and do our 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale as you come back to center. Exhale as you open. Last couple. Then we're going to do one more exercise before our cool down stretches. Cool. Final couple of things. In fact, final exercise, and then we'll do the cat stretch and the rest of the cool down. So we're just going to do this one exercise for a few rounds. You're going to come up onto your forearms. You're going to be on your knees, and you're going to have your ankles crossed. So suck the belly in, keep that nice sort of almost like a plank position, but you've got your ankles crossed and you're on your knees. If you have knee issues, you can put a cushion underneath. And we're just going to do a few rounds of this for a quick burst before we cool down. Keep the crown of the head, so the top of the head pointing at the wall in front, look down at the mat. All you're going to do is come up onto the hands, back onto the forearms, like this. We're going from the forearms to the hand. Keep that core engaged. Try and keep the rest of the body still as possible. Really suck that belly in. We're just going to do a few little bursts of this, and then we're going to do a really, really nice cool down. Last little bit of dynamic exercise, a bit of calorie burning. So we're going from forearm to hand. Just a couple more. Very nice. Everyone's doing such a good job. I don't normally give you such dynamic bits, let alone at the end. Perfect. From there, go ahead and take your cat stretch. Let's go ahead and go straight into the cat. So hands underneath shoulders, knees under the hips, fingers are spread, crown of the head forward. Take an inhale, arch the back, exhale, reverse. Stick the head in the air and the bum in the air. Make sure your toes are propped up too if they want to get a stretch as well. Inhale as you arch. Exhale, reverse everything. And again, inhale, tuck the chin in, arch the back. Exhale, reverse. Enjoy this lengthening of the spine. Let's go ahead and take 2 more. Last one, tuck the chin in and arch, and then exhale as you reverse. Okay. From there, you can go ahead and go straight into onto your back. And we'll go into our number 4 and then the hip flexors and our nice corpse pose to finish. So from here, you're on your back. Again, lower back's nice and flat. Bring the ankle onto the opposite knee. Pull that thigh in, feel that good stretch on the outer thigh of the opposite leg. Hold it there for a few breaths. Breathe into it nice and gently. Take an inhale. Exhale, pull that leg in. Hold it there. And switch. The other ankle now on the opposite knee, pull that leg in. Really test your flexibility. If you want, pull that leg in even closer than you did the time before. On that each exhale, you can just pull that leg in even closer. Feel that deeper stretch on the outer thigh and the glute. This is, as I always say, but for any newbies, if you've got sciatica or lower back problems, this is an absolute amazing stretch to do because you can really just calm down the sciatic nerve. It's always a really, really nice stretch to do. Okay, let's go ahead and take our hip flexors now, soles of the feet together. So in that nice frog position, lower spine flat. So just go ahead and adjust yourself on the mat so you're nice and comfortable. And then imagine those heavy weights on either knee that are being pushed all the way down to the mat. If you want, go ahead and put your hands on the knees. And as you exhale, you can slowly just push your knees down. Inhale and exhale, slowly push those knees down. Really opening up the hip flexor and the groin area as usual. Take an inhale. Last one, as you exhale, push the knees down. And then go ahead to finish, straighten the legs. Let the feet just go wherever they want to go. Palms facing up now. Shoulders are relaxed and down. Forget about any core engagement, any breathing. You can go ahead and breathe however you want. Make sure the eyes are closed. Your head is slightly tilted back, stay fully relaxed. The jaws relaxed. It might mean that your mouth opens a bit. The shoulders are nice and relaxed and down. For a minute, you can just forget about everything apart from this feeling of relaxation, traveling down from the shoulders all the way down into your fingertips. And then moving further from the hip bones down to the knees, to the ankle bones, and then all the way into the ends of the toenails. It's a nice sunny day today. You might be feeling the sun shining on your face. We can be really, really happy that it's going to be a bright day. That always makes a nice difference to our mood. It puts us in a really nice mood. And for all of you on a Monday morning at this early time to have done your exercise for the day, maybe for the week, got it out of the way. It seemed to have gone really quickly today. That's how much fun we were having. It's gone really quickly. So you should feel really, really proud of yourself. The body should feel stretched. As I always say, Pilates is such an amazing thing for the full body, for anti-aging of the body, in terms of strengthening bones. You can repair a lot of injuries and damage, put you in good stead for later life. You've done such a wonderful thing, improved your breathing capacity, your lung capacity through the Pilates breathing. Feeling good, positive. You can get on with a really great day and a great week. Best way to start off the week. Slowly turn to one side. Let's slowly come up for our posture check. So sitting first and then standing. So let's get back into our nice starting position. I'll give you a second to readjust. Feet hip distance, soft knees, hips forward, navel to the spine, shoulders relaxed and down, chin parallel to the ground. That string pulling you nice and tall. So from here, as usual, we're going to go into our heel raises, hands on the hips. Think about the up and in, suck the belly in. Think about what we talked about with a pelvic floor, hammock up, belt in. piece of string on the crown of your head, let's go into the heel raises. Take an inhale, exhale up onto the toes. So just come up onto the toes and then lower down. We're just going to do these little heel raises. Couple more. As usual, we're going to hold the last one. So you can hold this one, come up onto the toes, stay there. Now keep the head exactly where it is. Just lower the heels and feel this full elongation and stretch of the whole body. Hold it there. Give everything a shake, everything you need to shake out. And as usual, you are done for the day, for the morning, for the week perhaps. You're all amazing. I absolutely love this class and thank you so much. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Please feel free to follow me on Instagram if you're on it, London Wellness Edit. My handle is in my pic there. I would love to see you on there. I post all sorts of stuff on there, so it's really, really nice. And let's have a nice chat.